When an empath truly heals, the entire energetic dynamic between them and the narcissist reverses. Before healing, the empath lives from a place of lack. They give endlessly, overextend their compassion, and unconsciously seek validation through being needed. Their love flows outward without boundaries, driven by a deep belief that love must be earned, proven, or fought for. This unprotected openness acts like a signal, drawing in those who survive on emotional supply. The narcissist senses this immediately. They are not drawn to love, but to access. What the empath experiences as devotion, the narcissist experiences as power. In the unhealed stage, the empath believes that patience, forgiveness, and sacrifice can transform someone who is emotionally unavailable. They mistake intensity for connection and chaos for passion. Every time they try harder, explain more, or tolerate disrespect, they are not bonding. They are abandoning themselves. Eventually, this leads to exhaustion and collapse. What feels like devastation is actually the beginning of awakening. Healing begins when the empath turns inward and stops trying to save others. They confront the core wound, the belief that they must be chosen to be worthy. As this illusion dissolves, their energy stops leaking outward. They no longer react, prove, plead, or defend. Silence replaces explanation. Awareness replaces desperation. Love is no longer something they beg for. It becomes something they embody. This inner shift creates an invisible but absolute reversal of energy. The narcissist, who once fed on emotional reactions, suddenly feels an unbearable absence. Their sense of control fades. Panic sets in. At first, they deny the loss, convinced the empath will return. When that fails, obsession begins. They stalk, reach out, apologize, guilt trip, perform growth, or attempt to provoke jealousy. Not because they miss the empath as a person, but because they miss the power they once had over them. The empath, now healed, sees clearly. They recognize that the narcissist is chasing energy, not connection. Pity no longer hooks them. Anger no longer fuels the bond. Their calm presence becomes a mirror the narcissist cannot escape. Without reactions to feed on, the narcissist is forced to face their own emptiness. This confrontation feels like psychological collapse, an ego stripped of reflection, a self without an audience. For the healed empath, this is not revenge. It is resolution. They no longer measure their worth through anyone's attention. Their boundaries are no longer defenses, but expressions of self-respect. Love flows from fullness, not fear. They can walk away without guilt, sit in silence without loneliness, and remain open without losing themselves. As peace stabilizes within them, their entire life reorganizes. Relationships based on control, drama, or dependency naturally fall away. New connections emerge, grounded, mutual, and calm. The empath no longer plays the savior or the victim. They live in presence. Their energy becomes self-sustaining, quietly radiant, and impossible to manipulate. This is why the narcissist begins to chase only after the empath heals. Power never belonged to the one who demanded attention. It belonged to the one who reclaimed themselves. When the empath stops chasing love, stops needing to be chosen, and stops abandoning their own soul, the game ends. Not through confrontation, not through punishment, but through awakening. And in that awakening, energy returns to its rightful owner, leaving truth where illusion once stood.